every single woman, mother, auntie, or bar means woman. Let us unite.
So, what I'd like to say good afternoon to our listeners out there, wherever you are. You are listening to the voice of Liberia 104.1. And this is about time we bring to you the first edition of the Women's Pride and Power. Currently seated in studio, my name is Olive Josephine Robertson, your number host for the Women's Pride and Powers program.
I said, come, sisters, come and take back your child. This crazy world is breaking and burning and needs your strength right away. Mothers of the universe, Mother Nature's guides, who take back your child. Take back your child. Oh, this is our time. Let's hear it, girls. Oh, this is our time. Oh, woman, this is our time. Oh, woman, this is our time.
So, whether today we are going to dive into some discussions surrounding women, girls, and children.
And teach them right from wrong, and that love can conquer all. We who rock those cradles.
So today we will be discussing about women's pride and power, especially in our society, in the country we find ourselves in Liberia. So one may want to know what is women's pride and power. What does the entire thing entails? What is the essence of women's pride and power? So before going to our discussion, I think it is best for the benefit of our audience for us to discuss the genesis of what women's pride is. So, according to research, you understand that a good woman is hopeful. Women's pride is a woman being hopeful. She is also strong enough to make all of her dreams come true. She knows love, therefore she gives love. She recognizes that that her love has great values and must be reciprocated. And one may also want to say that, a good woman in society is someone who inspires her followers, is someone who inspires so many changes and innovation to society, is someone who wants to see the best coming out of her community, her school, out of her church. And someone will also like to say women's pride is young girls knowing what they stand for in society, what they stand for in life, and who they want to become, and ensuring that they become not a liability to society, but they become permanent citizens, that is, citizens who are contributing to the well-being and welfare of their country, their community, their society, or wherever they find themselves in lives. So today we are going to dive into a few discussions surrounding women and girls. And right after our discussion, I'm hoping that you, my listeners, join me out there to place in your cars and put forth your input, what you think should be done in our society, so that we all can manage to grow the rate of women's empowerment into our country. Because according to research and statistics have it that Liberia is very low if it comes to women empowerment, if it comes to women involvement into too many things, rather nationally or internationally or on a local basis. So today we are going to dive into few topics. One, let's start to talk about children, right? We know that we have laws governing our states wherein children are to be protected, children rights are not to be violated, children are to be given the best and proper care. We know it is a right of every child to acquire quality education. It is a right of every child to have a well suitable life that can prepare him or her for tomorrow. But then, is it the reality if it comes to our Liberian setting? Is it what is really going on? Are not certain children being discriminated and facing some kind of hard life or hard reality of life that they are not be given these privileges and right? What is going on? Can we try to talk about something about street sellers? About something relating to street sellers. Most often we know in our country, especially in Morovia, normally if you own a car, you will know what I'm talking about. Like most of the times you see kids below the ages of 18. Some of them are 12, some of them are 11, some of them are 13, 10 years, 9 years, and they at that tender age in life they become the breadwinners for the home. I mean, is that safe? Is that safe for our society? Is that safe for the future of this country? Because most often we were listening to the other people saying that the children are the future. The children are the future. But come to think of it, every day the future are in the street. Sometimes some of them have plenty chase waders on their head. Some of them have the season pork in the bucket, and they are between cars trying to seek daily ends meet for the family. And for me, I think that it should not be happening because some of these kids, I mean, they just need something to be able to come up good into their homes, into the society, into their families, and be able to gain much knowledge so that tomorrow they don't become liability. Because if you the parent, if you send the kid out there with these items or materials to go and sell, then you expose them to harm ways. You expose them to danger. Sometimes they are going between vehicles, and some of the riders in the streets are not even patient. Some of them they don't even take into consideration that these kids are not doing these things because they want to do them, but they are doing it because life has turned upside down for them, and life has given them another pendulum that it has to flip, and as such they are forced to do these things to be able to help their parents, to be able to help their relatives, their family to make ends meet. They don't even consider that, but they just ride their vehicles anyhow. Sometimes you have a 10-year-old kid running behind a car that is spilling just for $100 penny chase. I mean, it is not healthy for our society. It is not healthy. It is not a good sign. If the future of this country must be protected, then the lives of kids should not be exposed to dangers or harm ways. It should not be happening. And it is my prayer that most of our parents, most of our listeners out there can be able to realize where they are falling short and how they are being able to push these kids against their will. And even everybody know that life is hard, yes, especially in a low income country like Liberia. But then again, if you must make meet for your family, I don't think you have to use the 15 or sorry, the 12, the 13, the 10-year-old kid to be the one to be going out there on Broad Street. I mean, on the capital bypass road in that of Concord Town. I mean, especially around or I think 20th Street, most often where we got the traffic light, you will see most of the children there. And sometimes when the traffic is jammed, it is, we are just stuck up together. You see them between these cars, and like sometimes I say, but what is going on? Yeah, it's not bad to trade, especially in the street. I mean, on the main role, but sometimes too, those people that, yeah, these kids that are being led to do these things or that are being given the tax and responsibility to take these businesses and markets to the street, we should understand that it is not too safe for them. It is not too safe for them. So I just believe that our listeners, our parents, our big sisters, big brothers out there should try to understand and limit the way they send these kids into the street to go and do petty sellings and make these kids breadwinners for this for their homes. And then another thing is other parents, for God's sake, why would you be living you are living maybe maternity, and then you are sending or 7 years 6 or 7 year 8 year old or 10 11 year old kid to maybe cathedral, yeah, cathedral, and you are placing that kid on a keke and asking the keke rider to help you guide the kid until they can reach on the campus. That is not also safe, but I see most of our Liberian parents doing it. They do it, I don't know for what reason, for what benefit, but they do it and it's not really okay. I think they have to stop it. Yes, and I experienced that. There was a day I was trying to like reach on campus, and then I saw this little girl, very little, and she attended cathedral. Yes, so her mom walked her to the road, and when she was, I mean, they were all standing. We all were standing trying to grab her keke, and all of a sudden, when the keke came, the little girl entered, and I later on entered, thinking that the mom was going with her, but the mom didn't enter the keke. So then she said, "Please help me look after my daughter. Yeah, she's going in, cathedral SYC." And when we got in the keke boss started to say, it's no wonder why, yeah, their children lost on a daily basis, and then, yeah, they be putting notices up because, come to think of it, how can you look at such an aged kid and place them on a motorbike and entrust that bike rider with your kid to take them to whatsoever destination that is very far from your home, from your community? For crying out loud, sometimes these kids, maybe they wouldn't know their mom or their dad's numbers of head. But why, in case of any emergency they want to call you, they don't even have access to phones. Like, they have to be appealing or requesting for other people forms before they give you a call. So what if they are faced with certain unforeseen circumstances and situation, and they need urgent, yeah, intervention, and then they try to place a call to the mom, to you, the mother, they are not getting you. They also place a call to the dad, and I mean, they are not also getting him. And at the end of the day, what's supposed to happen will happen. Then people start to shift blame, people start to put notices up, or the missing child in XYZ. So we all have to be conscious of our surrounding. We know nowadays the love of money, and especially, I mean, our quest to succeed, to become worthy people, successful people in society, regardless of all the difficulties and trials we face. Our quest for money is so hard that sometimes other people don't consider the inner human consciences. They don't. They just feel that it is all about making it, and when they make it, yes, they don't care what is the means, or I mean, the atmosphere in which they are making it. They just want to do it, I mean, in your hasty minor. So you don't just see anybody, especially a stranger who you don't know, and try to place your child behind them, or in that can get to say, okay, take my child to this school, take my child to this place. For me, I believe it's not right, and this is something that keeps happening in our society, and we all need to try to start to reshift our thoughts. We need to start to reshift the way how we do things, because obviously, if you say your child is the future of your family, the future of our country, then you have to ensure that you don't expose them to danger. You don't expose them to harm ways. And what are these harm ways? It's by sending them into the street to go and become breadwinners for the homes. Some of them are females. They could be raped. They are vulnerable. Sometimes they will be selling. They enter into a ghetto. They don't know. Somebody pretend like they want to buy. And at the end of the day, we keep preaching rape cases, and we keep saying, oh, it is like this, it is like that. Even though government will do its own thing and government has its own interventions, but we need to be securities for ourselves. We ourselves need to take on self-awareness practices, right? There are certain basic things that we don't expect certain people to tell us about. Obviously, you know that if you expose your girl child, especially at the age of 12, 11, 10, 9, in the street to go and sell or petite goods just to help the family, you know, you should be, your mind should be open. You should know that you are exposing this kid to too many things out there, and you are not behind her. You are not behind her to know, yeah, what will happen, or to be able to prevent the outcome of what might happen. So because of that, maybe if there are elderly or people in the house, maybe around the universal age of 18 or above, you can ask them to help you. I think that way, these people are rational thinkers. Yes, they make sound decisions and they can be able to handle or too many things, obstacles that comes our way out there, instead of us using or kids who don't even know anything, who don't even know that yes from the right, that left from their no. So we have to try to work on these things. We really have to try to work on them. We have to try to work on them so that our future, so that this country future can be secure and can be safe. And then another thing I also want for us to discuss is the aspect of women's power. Women's power. Most often when you say women power, sometimes, yes, some of our big brothers and fathers can say every day women right, women right, women right. I want me, if the girls learn, or if the women are well learned, well schooled, they don't respect we the men in the home. But no, that's not it. That's not what we are talking about. We are not talking about that. So women power in one sense can be defined as promoting women's sense of self-worth, their ability to determine their own choices, and their right to influence social change for themselves and others. So after listening to, this little definition, I guess that we all are trying to understand a bit, if we say women's power, what we mean. So let's look around. Let's take a survey into our country, Liberia, especially where we all find ourselves. Maybe your community, your church, okay, let's take for instance the national legislature. We obviously know that the participation of women, the involvement of women, the ratio of women, or the ratio of male to female in the house is very low. Is very low. Is very low. What is the cause? What is actually happening? Every day we preach gender equality, but still women still face discrimination. Women still face gender biases on a daily basis. How can we make amend? What is the issue? What is the issue confronting women empowerment, women growth in our society? What is the threat? What is really happening? This has been a long-term case study. And how are we breaking barriers to ensure that the margin between women and men, or involvement into local activities, into national activities, into international activities, be on a high scale. So for me, I don't know, but there's a saying that once upon a time, I attended a workshop, and then we were discussing women participation, women equal rights, women involvement, and then one of the facilitators said, "Okay, every time you will say women's right, women's right, women's right, but during the night, like maybe if the couples are married, and or maybe you have a spouse and you all live together." During the night, time to sleep, the woman will not, the lady will never agreed for her to sleep in front. She want to sleep behind, and the man should sleep at the front. So so if you want to say gender, gender equality and equal rights, some day too you should sleep at the front as a woman, so that when thief enter the house, he can be able to go and fight him. So, and that was the whole long reach of argument. Yes, that was really a whole long range of argument. But then I think women too, we can also do that, right? Yes, like sometimes we are able to, just criminals, even though it's very low. But but that's the thing. It was just for icebreaker and fun. But we we women in society, we need to start to understand our worth. It's not easy. It's not easy to make impact, to make change, especially our roles, our natural roles as mothers, as sisters, as so many things, and then coming up to the professional level as accountants, as managers, as journalists, as so many different professional things in society, in life. It's not easy. So blending these roles and playing them, we obviously need to understand ourselves, what we want to do. Because the truth about it is, if we don't know what we want to do, we won't have that moral support from our male counterpart. We wouldn't, because obviously we are ambiguous. We don't know, like, we feel that we can do anything, and because we think that we can do anything, we don't want to master an art that can push us and put forth our agenda in society, what we envision, what we dream of. So we just dive into too many things. And then as a young lady or as a woman, you need to be careful, because the society is full of gullibility. The society is full of misinformation and disinformation. And then there is an incident in there. There is a time where you do something and you are hailed, you are being celebrated, and it takes a moment for you to be celebrated, for you to gain the spotlight, for you to be at the forefront, and also take a moment for you to be destroyed in a twinkle of an eye. So, like, you have to be careful how you go about doing your activities, how you go about doing things. So, firstly, as a young woman seeking empowerment, you need to analyze the society. You need to analyze the society. There are too many places in society that need change. Too many places that need change. You have too many issues. Like, maybe you want to deal with disadvantaged youth, you want to get in the ghettos, you want to take people off the street. If that is what you want to do, you need to be passionate about it. You need to be passionate in a sense that, yes, though you are doing it, and in doing it you may have fame, in doing it you may gain recognition, but there is something that allowed you to doing what you intend to do. So that thing that inspire you is your passion. That thing that make you believe that, yes, you can make the change. You can tell someone from the street, and that person will give a testimony of becoming a great person in society. Is the passion. So you should go for the passion. If you start to do it and people start to hail you, people start to celebrate you, don't lose the essence to fame getting. Don't lose the essence. Don't start to use it as a means of self-glorification. No, because the truth about it is, it took you some time to build that dream. And yes, every one of us know that once you are successful in something or in what you are doing, you feel happy, you feel achieved, you feel accomplished. But then, if in that feeling, you don't have to let go, you don't have to lose the essence. You don't have to. Yes, you got to take your time, you got to keep working towards it until it makes up something good, until you can attract or partners, you can attract donors, you can get people believing in your dream. And even if you start to reach at that level where people believe in your dream, the world recognize the efforts, and people start to look up to you for certain role in society. Don't feel that, I mean, you are a self-demagogue, because we women, we have ego, we have pride. Yes, like, as soon as we start to do one or two things and we are being healed, we feel like we are the cream, they like cream. No, you should not think that way. If you are seeking self-empowerment as a woman, you should not. Because the moment pride start to enter you, that same moment you start to self-destroy. That same moment you start to think that you don't need anybody. You have accomplished a lot. You have done a lot. You don't need anybody anymore, and you can do anything. No. No man is an island. In as much as we all are pushing for 50-50 rights in society, for gender equity, we must understand that it's not only about us women. It's not only about us women. So as such, we should humble ourselves. We should respect those around us. We should treat everyone equally because that is the same way we want to be treated. That is the same respect we want to get in return. So seeking self-empowerment should not be a means where you want to do it because you are seeing other women doing it. No, you need to be definite about what you want to do and who you are. Because if you are definite, obviously you will not, your mind will not just be swayed by anything. And if you are definite about what you want to do, you have to start to take steps towards them. Yeah, because any dream that is often being imagined is never a reality. Maybe it's just like you want to build a house. Yes, you got the picture of the house in your mind, but you have not started to purchase or learn. Every year I want to build a house. I will build a house. It will be like this, it will be like that. But you have not started taking steps towards building that house. Obviously you know that the house will never be a reality. It will never be down, and I mean, people will not see it and applaud you for building such a huge house. So, if you want to make a change, you firstly have to identify where you want to make a change. Where you want to make a change. If you want to become a social influencer, be a social influencer. Do it in the right way where you will be healed, you will be celebrated. If you want to be an academician or lady who is very much excellent in academic activities, you got to do it at your best. Because if there is anything that if there is anything that I took from one of the speeches of Martin Luther King Jr., I think at Barrett, yeah, he said if there is anything that you are good at in this world, that thing should be only embedded, it should be only associated and attached to you. That is, if somebody would say, okay, Olive is noted for humanity. That is, in the entire surrounding that I am, that I live, as soon as he made mention of humanity, the first thing that comes to the mind of anyone within that environment or within that or area is Olive. Yes, they will obviously know that this is what she does and this is what she's good at. So anything that you are doing in this life, you have to do it to the best of your ability. Do it in this world that no other person can do it better than you. That you can do it better, that you can do it good, and everything attached to that thing, everything associated about it. Once it comes to you, you are excellent. That is it. Yeah. Whatever you are doing in this world, do it at the best of your ability and let people remember you for it. Sometimes it happens when you want to do certain things where people make recommendation. Okay, people will say, yes, I know this girl, I know this boy, he's good at this. It's not because they just want to say it, but over the time you have proven yourself, that indeed you are capable, you are qualified, and you can do this thing. So there is no doubt in the minds of people that this is what you are capable of, and this is what you can do, and this is what you can do. So as soon as they say we want to build this house, obviously they will call this engineer because he's good at it and he does it. And whenever he's done with his work and people see his project, they hail him the person and it attracts other customers to him. So that is it. You as a young lady, if you are making impact and you are making change, you have to do it to the best of your ability. So as we go through the discussion, we'll start to open our lines. So that people will start to place in their cards. You can also place in your card, give your inputs. Let's discuss it. Let's talk it. This is about us, women in society. You, the male out there that is also listening to this program, your view is also important. And by next week, Friday, this show is going to continue. That is going to be the second edition, and we are hoping that we have a guest here who will be speaking to you, our audience, and our listeners. But wherever you are right now, too, you are listening to the voice of Liberia, and we are here bringing you program of education. So like have your call coming in so that we can discuss this matter about women's pride and power, women empowerment, and the rest. So, and then we also have our jackpot program still ongoing. So you can play by dialing the *799 *20#, play and try and win yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars. So we are still here talking about women's pride and power. And then another Another thing that we have to talk about as women is this thing about supporting each other. We really need to practice that. We don't do it. Young girls, we don't do it. Yeah, maybe other people do it, but on the wider scope, I have not really been seeing that. For crying out loud, for God's sake, when males are into certain things, when they are doing certain things, and they see their friends into these same things and exceeding and making significant progress, like they are happy, they celebrate with them, they rejoice with them, they are glad because it is their gender winning over us, the women. But we women, when it comes to us, like we feel like, okay, what you want to prove? Yeah, like what is the point? What are you trying to say? Are you better than me? Or you can do this better than me. It's almost like a competition every time. Competition, competition, competition. And the mindset is wrong. If you are making change here and you are being celebrated, and another person is also making change here and is being celebrated, I think we all should be glad that we are one way or the other trying to help society become better. And the fact of this matter is, whether you like it or not, there were people who were in the space before you arrived there. Yeah, Grace has it that some people are good at beginning a thing, and before you get to know it, boom, like it has already explored, and they are making the best opportunities of it, and they are doing great. And Grace have it that some people have been into this thing, and they are not too fast in their own luck, and has not surfaced. And but it doesn't mean that you should disrespect them, or you should feel like you and them are in any sort of form of competition. No, life is not competition. Like you are running competition with no one. You are doing what you think you can do best, and that person is doing what they think they can do best. Instead of envy, instead of creating a medium where you both will be seen as enemies, you have to start to be innovative as well. Like sometimes, like most of us the young girls, when we find ourselves doing too many things, and this thing about envy among women, we need to stop it. If we must get 50% chances with our male counterparts, we need to start to encourage each other. We need to build each other. We need to have each other back. Yes, what's up, good, you did great. We need to start to compliment each other, support each other. That way, the women empowerment that we seek and the women involvement into national and local activities is going to obviously come to pass. But if we are fighting each other, we are bad morphing each other, how can we support, or how can we actually achieve our goals of women empowerment? Obviously, you know that we won't, because like even in our cycle we are fighting. Then how is it possible, or how is it for sure that when we go out there on a wider scope, we will not also show our dirty hands and ways, and the male just come and take everything in front of us? No. So we have to cultivate togetherness. We have to know that it is not only about you. Once you are a change maker as a young lady, once you are a change maker, you should know that it is not about you. It is not about you, and it can never be about you. It is a collective work. It is a collective work that requires everyone's efforts, everyone here on decks and on table to ensure that it becomes a reality. So we have to now start to learn to support each other in our endeavors, in the things we do, in the change we make. We have to now start to see each other, yeah, as a force, as a tools that together we can work and make something great out of our country, out of our society, and we will go as far as an international level where we all can be healed. So women, especially young women and girls, we need to cultivate the support system that is to support each other. We need to come together as one. It's not about who is the best, it's about the change that we make. It's not about who does it better, it's about how everyone can think collectively, or everyone can think in their own individual team and be able to make impact one at a time. Yes, so I think we need to, but you can have your calls coming through. If you want to give your own input on the show, you can call us on 0770 907907. 0770 907907. You can call us on this number, have a course coming through, and let's discuss this matter of women's pride and power. Let's talk about women empowerment. Let's talk about the kids that are in the street that are selling, that are below the age of 15. Let's talk about them. Maybe you have your own experience, you have your own thought that you want to put forth, you have your own thing that you want to say. You can call us on this number and we all will discuss it right here on this radio. 0770 907907 0770 907907. And let's have a call coming through so that we can discuss it better on this show. Hello, you are live on the Voice of Liberia.
I actually now
So let's listen to you. Let's listen to what you have to say. What is your own piece of contribution to this discussion that is going on?
so I really love the discussion on credit and how I don't think that we should stop.
You breaking in. You are very low. Your voice is very low. You are breaking in. And can
Are
you?
you hearing me now?
Okay, yes. You can go ahead.
So simply trying to say that the topic of our discussion is very much important as to mean for us to take on such a discussion to inform the topic about women empowerment. So I'm saying that women empowerment or women support women can be for whether that person, whether that woman is capable of getting such a position. Because we notice over time that women come up the public space, working public positions that is at the occupy. That's all it has. So somebody for the other know I'm just person protecting for this particular position. Saying I'm there with my friends, my fellow women to support me. And that is not the case. I do here support women, but then I do go for women that are competent, that are qualified, and are not able.
So, hello, are you there? Oh, I think we lost her because of bad network. So our lines are open. Have your calls coming through and let's hello? Also, we miss out on this caller. So let's have your calls coming through so that we all can together discuss this thing about women empowerment and what is their own intake. I mean, what is your own contribution to this topic and how you think we all can work together to ensure that we women we are being empowered in society and we cultivate or supporting each other togetherness and even in our respective spaces and how we go about making changes. So you can call us on this number 0770907907 and have your saying, have your own piece of contribution to this talk coming through in, and we believe that we all can work together to ensure that young women in Liberia, young girls in Liberia will start to support each other, will start to create an avenue where women will not want to see each other fall, especially fight each other or think that it is a competition, but rather believe that together we can work and we can make a significant and huge impact in our society. So let's have your call coming through 0770 907907. Let's have your calls coming through. So that's it. That's it. And we believe that next week Friday is going to be interesting here because we are going to have a guest. We are going to have a guest. We are going to take people from all sectors of our country, whether private, whether public, political, whatever means you can describe the sector. We are going to have people coming from there appearing on the show, and we just need you to inform us, or we'll try to reach out whatever way you think you are making impact, or you have been making impact, and you want to share your own experience, you want to share your own impact that you have been making with us. And I mean, it is important, it is necessary that the people know, that the audience know what you are doing. So So I think let's have a call coming through. Let's have a call coming through. Let's have a call coming through on 0770 907907. Let's have a call coming through. Let's have a call coming through. So that's it. We are here discussing women empowerment. We are here discussing women empowerment. Let's have a call coming through so that we can conclude and wrap it up on this show. 0770. Yeah, so you are live.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. You are live.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, I'm getting you.
I'll call back here because I pressed my line was so hard to call back.
Sure.
So as I was saying, it's not about women supporting women as cliche or saying, or that we should go after, that we should just continue let be saying, because I do believe that women support each other. But in supporting each other, you have to know the individual that you are supporting. So when talking about the individual, we are talking about the person's qualities, the capabilities, their potential. Because as a woman, local initiative, I've been getting a lot of support from me because they do believe that my initiative that I'm running, I've been getting a lot to the community, and maybe in the near future or so I will do more. And they believe in our dream. And so far they have been supporting me. So the thing is, women supporting with me, it is good. But if you want your fellow women to support you, you firstly know what they are into, what change you are willing to make in your community or in the particular space that you are in. Before other people go, start to support you. Because before they don't even know who they are, what they want to do, what they want to contribute to the society or community as well. So you will not find out that, people will tell you, say, oh, go after this. So what I'm trying to say is you have to find yourself as a woman. Once you find yourself, what you are capable of doing, what you want to be into, what you want to give back to the community or the society as a whole, you'll find out a lot of people will support you. So that's the thing.
Okay. So thank you so much. I think that was a brilliant piece from one of our callers, and we really appreciate. So let's take this other caller. So hello, you are live on the Voice of Liberia. Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm calling from Birmingham, Fulton.
Okay, let's hear you.
We love one another. First thing, I was the school who I support women leadership with them, affirming. But whenever in election, women put for public position, and you woman can't vote for their family. I think what it costs. Because some of them people they can mean, some of them women get car, prefer passing by their friends, women can take car. Only men can help women. Men can help men, they can't help their family. So they think it will be very hard for them to get better position in this country. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. That was a brilliant input. That was great. And so we can have a calls coming through. We will soon be wrapping up. We have 4 minutes to leave you. So let's have you calling. Maybe we can take 1 or 2 more callers and then we conclude and call it a day. And we're going to meet next week, Friday. So let's have your calls coming through. So while we are anticipating the 1 or 2 calls, we like to say it was nice. Having this discussion with you, and we believe that we women, we are not selfish, and we can support each other, but we have to know what we want, because if you don't know what you want, nobody will know what you want other than you yourself. So you got to know what you want, and you have to start something doing. If you start something doing, then everyone gonna put their hands around you. And then if you already have something doing and other people have something doing, it is not a competition. No, we are not in competition. We all are just trying to make our own little impact in the most best and suitable way we think we can help our country to become a better place. So thank you. It was nice having me as your host, and we are about to cut it a day. We say thank you, and we hope that next week Friday we're going to be here again with another topic, but on the same women's pride and power. So thank you so much. Thank you. So, leaving you, my name is Olive Josephine Robertson, and this is how we call it a day. This is how we draw curtains on our program for today. Thank you so much.
All the women, every single woman. woman, mother, auntie. Oba means woman. Let us unite